Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2025. New year, new cycle, new time period. We are slowly moving into the future. Now, I was born in 1976. I'm about to be 50 years old in a couple years here, bro. Time has passed. I remember I used to be back in the old days before these phones and streaming services and like electric cars, bro, and all this fancy technology, Bitcoin, all these fancy things we got, these, neural nets and these satellites and all this mess and all this AI and all these things, all these technological advances that they didn't exist thousands of years ago, bro. I've moved through that space. I remember Atari 2600 little block figures, right? Now we got PlayStations and Xboxes, bro. These sophisticated graphics and sophisticated, all this fancy crap, right? All this fancy technological advances, bro, in 2025. Now, as you proceed down the timeline, it's just going to get more sophisticated. These tech devices get more sophisticated. Okay, that's all happening. Well, that's great. Good for all that, right? But the question I have for you is, I want to know, was your 2024 magnificent? I hope it was. Now, it may not have been. Now, mine was pretty good, to be honest with you. It's really good. But I took action and made moves to try to achieve that. And I did shift it by taking those actions. And that's what I'm going to get into right now. Basically, in order to reshape my timeline and where I would move forward in the future, I had to think differently than I thought previous years. I had to think in different ways than I thought before. And I had to take different actions. Now, based on those different thoughts and those different actions, my 2024 was better than I wanted. Nope. Was good, fantastic, because I made the choices to make that happen. Right? I thought differently, and I took different actions, and my 24 was better than it would have been if I wouldn't have done that. Now it's 2025. If your 24 was not good, will you think differently and take different actions to achieve a better 25 and 24? Will you do that? Now, what is your thing too? It is the beginning of the year. It's the first, second week of the year, right? And what I'm going to do this week is evaluate everything. Everything I look at, everything I listen to, everything I wear, my haircut, my shoes, what I eat, what I do with my time, who I give my time to, what I pay attention to. Everything is on the table. What I spend my money on. Evaluate it all. Look at it. Is it serving me? Is it making me a better human being? These things I'm doing, my habits, my actions, my whatever I'm doing. Are these items, things, habits, whatever, making me a better version of myself? Are they improving my lifestyle? Are they taking away from it? And when I say everything's on the table, that means everything. Everything is open to evaluation and determine, is this going to push me forward to where I want to go? Everything. I will stop anything in the drop of a dime. I will add things just like that. If it's going to serve my life better, if it's going to make me a better version, make me happier, I will do these things. So this whole week, I'm just looking at everything. Everything, bro. I'm talking everything. Everything I do, consume, act, and see, perceive, and hear, and all these, examining everything. And say, is this going to take care of me, make me become better or not? If it's not, get rid of it. If you do habits, add them. Doesn't matter. Do I got to get up a certain time, go to bed a certain time? Do I take a day off? Whatever is necessary needs to happen. And I'm going to game plan the whole year. We in 25, beginning 25. I game plan quarterly. What's the next month like? What's the next 3 months like? What's the next 6 months like? What's the year like? Where do I want to be at the end of the year? I game plan the whole year, bro. The whole year I'm game planning where I want to be and take the appropriate actions to get there. So these goals to end of 25, walk into 26. Where do I want to be at? And what do I got to do? What moves I got to make to achieve that? And I adjust along the way. And I check in every month, every quarter to see, are we achieving where we're going to go? I run my life like a business. Now, it sounds kind of horrible to say that, but to be efficient with my lifestyle, I kind of run it like a business. Obviously, I stay human by doing human things, but still run my life like a business so I can achieve better results. Now, as we move into 2025, you may want to try this. Now, I'm no expert. I'm no guru. I don't have fancy degrees and all these things or accreditations or none of that. I don't have none, but I do have real world experience of practicing these things. And by doing these things, my life has shifted in a better position. This could be true, may not be true. This may work for you, may not. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to take care of everything, right? It's not going to fix everything. Straight up. All I'm saying is if you think differently and take different actions, your life will shift in a different space. Now, where it's positive or negative, I can't say for sure. It really depends what goes on up here and the choices you make, right? And then sometimes you may think to do a certain thing, take certain action, it doesn't work out the way you want. You got to reevaluate and try again. Right? But I believe if you really sit down and ponder things and really look at and examine, think about them and choose what path to take, what action to take, you can construct and move your life in a better path. If you really take time to really examine all these things, right? I think overall the curve does this. Yeah, be bouncing up and down, but overall it goes up. I think this is true. It may or may not be true. You know, I'm just a guy on the internet. What do I know, right? There's a lot of guys out here telling you they know the game, they know how to do this and that, and if you do these things, it's gonna happen, right? Nothing is guaranteed, bro. You're your own individual with your own individual life, with different habits, likes, and all these different stimuli and variables that can make determined differently, right? But it could or may not work for you. Try it, don't try, I don't know. But one thing I can say for sure, I want your 2025 to be magnificent. And however you achieve that, do what you got to do. Do whatever you got to do to make your life magnificent, bro. And don't worry about what these other people are saying. They tell you all this peer pressure. I was tell you this and that. Don't worry about them. You know how to shift your life better. Do what is necessary. And sometimes it's going to be not making a popular choice. Sometimes you have to do things that seem popular on our cool quotation mark or lit or fad or whatever. And you have to go the other way. There's certain things trends in popular culture that seems to be the cool thing to do, but are not going to better your lifestyle. I'm not going to speak on what they are. If you really look at this, you know what I'm talking about, right? Choose the unpopular path because it'll get you in a better position. And sometimes it's hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to step away from the path to make these decisions, right? But just do the best you can and hope your 2025 is magnificent. And I'll check back in a couple weeks. Peace out.